Hey there, it's Jenny from Southern Savers. It's our Monday night Q&A, which is always just a fun time for you to ask any questions that you have, saving money, couponing, whatever the case may be. Tonight we're also going to discuss how to save at Publix and Kroger. Folks asked a few weeks ago if we could go store specific. So last week we talked Walmart and Target. And this week is Publix and Kroger. You guys know that I'm completely cool with wherever your questions take us, though, so we can jump into anything that you would like. Even if it's not Publix and Kroger, we can go CVS, whatever makes your heart happy. So you just ask the questions that you have. And hey to everyone that's already chiming in and saying hello. It's always great to see the same faces every single week. So I feel like we're all just a group of folks that hang out every Monday night and have a chat room, share frustrations, and share some celebrations when you've had a good savings trip as well. So if you're brand new, you ask any questions you have in the comments below the video or through the comments that are on Southern Savers. I am streaming live in two places, so if one screws up, jump to the other. So we're on Facebook, directly on Facebook, and right at the top of Southern Savers through YouTube, but you can watch straight from the site, whatever makes you happy. Tonight, as we talk about it, and Helen, I see your question already. So we're gonna go digital coupons a lot tonight because that's a big way to save Publix and Kroger wise. And Cheryl, I know you don't have Publix. A lot of folks don't. So as we talk about things that may feel store specific, I want you to think about the fact that most of what we talk about in grocery store land applies to so many other stores. So we're gonna talk about just ways to save in those grocery stores, but that's gonna work in your grocery store too. It's not just that store specific on most things. There are one or two things that are obviously going to be very, very specific. So I still want it to apply to you, even if you don't have a Publix nearby. And Erin put off her Kroger run just to make sure we got through this live chat, which is awesome. I hope we can teach you something new just before you get to the store. So as we dive in tonight, we're going to start with some of the basics of just how to save on groceries. I had someone send me a Facebook message this week that said, you know, where do you even start making your list? Do you make a list of what you're out of? And then that's what we're looking for deals on? Or do we look for just the deals? And that is a crucial, how in the world do I get started? I do not make a list of what I'm out of. So that's a big one that I want folks grocery store shopping wise to realize. I am not going into Publix or Kroger or any other grocery store in the US and shopping off of a list of what I need. Because if you are doing that, you're willing to pay whatever you have to pay to buy those items. And that's not where we want to be. Our goal is to be a sale-based shopper. So I don't want to run out of laundry detergent. I want to wait until Kroger has a mega event, to plug Kroger here for a second, and I can get all detergent for 99 cents. That was the last mega event that Kroger ran. It's not this current one, but that's my goal. I don't want to be in crisis mode, because crisis mode, I'm out of it, I have to have it, means I'm going to pay whatever I have to pay to bring laundry detergent home. We can't wear dirty clothes. That's not an option for most of us. Shouldn't be anyway, guys, really shouldn't be. So we don't want to go to that need point. We want to go to the sale point. So I may see all detergent at 99 cents at Kroger, and I may have 3 bottles sitting on top of my washing machine. I'm still going to grab this because the goal is to buy it when it's on sale and buy enough of it when it's on sale to last me until it's on sale again. So if this is 99 cents, that's an amazing price. You want to buy it when you see that it's a really great price. So it's not that making a list of what I'm out of and going to the store, which is really how most of us shop. You're a need-based shopper if you do that. Any sort of list, I'm now a need-based shopper. I want to be a sale-based shopper. So no, I'm never going to sit down and make a list and then try to find deals to go with the list. I'm always going to just start with the deals. I'm not going to say that there aren't moments that we have to have something though. So if you're in a, I can't wait, I have to have it, there are a few things in my boat that should fit that category. And then there are other things that shouldn't. You know, if you're in like, oh wow, we're completely out of pasta sauce, then cook something else. This isn't a we must run to the store right now kind of moment. Laundry detergent, toilet paper, those are big, like, let's not put this off kind of items. But a lot of other things, you really could push them another week. You just don't want to. So if you see things that you feel like you have to have, I can't wait another week on those items, this is where I would point you to using the item search that is on Southern Savers. So if you've never used the item search, it's a very fun feature. It's right on the top of the homepage if you're on a desktop. But if you're on a mobile phone, it is part of the Southern Savers app. It's hard to get to if you just go to Southern Savers on your phone, but on the mobile app, it is right on the main bottom bar, so it's super easy to get to. Item search, I type in toilet paper, or don't really do that, because in grocery store land, it's called bath tissue. Who knew? So I type in bath tissue or Cottonelle or whatever you're looking for, and it's going to show you everywhere that that's on sale right now in the store. So that's where, if you are in crisis mode, we have only dirty clothes and no laundry detergent, use the item search to help you spot a really, really great deal near you on those items. So that's the basics of how we're shopping. I see that it's on sale, and I buy enough of it to last me until it is on sale again. That's the goal. And then how do we kind of maximize that further? So let's talk Publix first. I know not everybody has a Publix. So some of you who are in Texas and up north, I know Las Vegas for Anna who's on tonight, we don't all have Publix. So some of these you're going to compare to your own store and just think about how this may apply to your store as well. But first off, for Publix specifically, we want to make sure, mine are all cut up, but you want to make sure that you're getting Publix flyers. So these come in the Sunday paper for a lot of folks, but you'll also find these in the store, right by the Publix weekly ad when you walk in the front door, or behind customer service. So always looking for these. The reason for these, and you see mine's missing some, is that they're filled with store coupons. And I can use these store coupons with manufacturer's coupons to get a really, really great price on a number of items. What I wouldn't encourage you on these flyers, by the way, is to go off and start grabbing all of the deals in here. Some of them may be decent, but keep in mind, these flyers are good for 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm not going to see an amazing deal that lasts for 2 to 3 weeks. That's just not how the grocery sales system works. So most of what's mentioned in here really isn't an amazing price. I want the flyer for all of the coupons in the flyer, but not for the sales. 15% off, I don't really care about 15% off. I want 40% off or more. That's our mark for anything in the grocery store. 40% off or more. So thank you for telling me that we're nowhere near that mark. That makes it easy for me. So just keep that in mind for Publix. This flyer, not super exciting. The coupons are exciting. And there's always a purple and a green flyer running all the time. So this week we had a new green flyer that just started over. This is the one that actually just ended. But we had a new green flyer. They start on Saturdays. That's what I want these guys for because of the coupons. So to give you an example, this is an example from a couple of weeks ago, but we had a store coupon for $4 off of 2 Centrum vitamins from one of these guys. They were on sale, $4 off of 2, which isn't a huge sale, but it's enough. And then we had manufacturer coupons for $4 off of 1. So I used the store coupon from that flyer, $4 off 2. Then I used 2 manufacturer's coupons for $4 off each one of them, and they're on sale. In the end, completely free after the sale, the store coupon, and the manufacturer's coupon. So that's why I want those Publix flyers. Now, you don't have a Publix. Let's compare this to your store, what you do have. Be on the lookout, no matter what store you're in, for booklets and pamphlets. It isn't incredibly common in other stores. Publix wins just across the whole Southeast. Publix wins on booklets. So it's not going to be every time I go to Kroger, I'm going to come home with a booklet. That's not how it works. This is a Publix thing with all of their booklets and pamphlets. But just keep your eyes open for them. Bilo and Winn-Dixie folks, so folks that are in South Florida and whatnot with Winn-Dixie's, they have a booklet out right now with about $60 worth of store and manufacturer's coupons in them. My Kroger shoppers, Kroger loves to send home mailers with lots of coupons in those as well. So just keep your eyes peeled for them. Any time that I find a store coupon, period, and these are all store coupons, by the way. For Publix, they don't have any barcodes, so it's really easy to spot. Anytime I find a store coupon, no matter the store I'm shopping in, I should immediately look for a manufacturer's coupon to go with it. That should just be kind of like, boom, step one, I found the store coupon. Step two, I always look for a manufacturer's coupon to go with it. Use the database that's on Southern Savers if you haven't already done that, because then I can type in Fresco quesadilla cheese and just see, is there anything available? It's a great place to get started. So that's kind of number one, is looking for those store coupons to then pair in with manufacturer's coupons. And Kelly's saying, I love my BOGO deals, especially when the store manufacturer coupons pair in with them too. Yes, that's even better. Do keep in mind, though, with these store coupons, Publix is smart. They know that they've put these coupons out, so it's pretty rare that the coupons match in with a sale. Most of the time, I'm going to end up grabbing these items at full price with the coupon and a manufacturer's coupon. I'm still going to get a good deal, but I'm not always going to get it on sale. So one example that's in the new green flyer, Lipton Onion Soup Mix. It's full price right now, but we have a manufacturer's coupon for it, and we have a store coupon in the new flyer, so it makes Lipton Onion Soup Mix like 60 cents a box, where it's normally $1.20, $1.30. That's it's a decent deal. You just saved half just pairing those two coupons together. So it's not always a sale, but it is always a store and a manufacturer getting to put those two together. And that is called stacking. So Felicia's kind of explaining that too on the YouTube side. But anytime I have a store and a manufacturer, I get to stack those offers. And to take this beyond grocery, this is Target, Walgreens, CVS, anywhere. So not just Publix, anywhere. You are going to have a hard time in that it's a rare day to find some store coupons for particular stores. If you ever find a Walmart store coupon, you have just hit the jackpot. They don't exist. So some stores I'm never going to be able to do that in. Publix, we're going to have a ton of them, so it's going to happen a lot. So let's kind of keep going. So what about going weekly, or how often, I guess, do I shop? So just to try to answer that question for Katie, grocery store wise, the sales that we see run for 1 week at Publix, 2 weeks generally at Kroger. So if you were a Kroger shopper, you really could get in a habit of every other week if you wanted to. But Publix, I need to go every week, because what's on sale this week at Publix will not be on sale next week at Publix. So I need to get in the habit of going every week, grabbing those sale items so that I'm ready for the next sale. I'm getting 6 weeks worth of those items too, just to kind of give you a little bit more on the basics, because when I see it in that Publix weekly ad and it's on my shopping list, it is not going to be back on sale for 6 more weeks. So I'm not going to go in and get 1 jar of pasta sauce. I'm going to get enough pasta sauce to last 6 weeks. And that's the same for Kroger too. It's going to be a little while until we see it back on sale. If you get one and you eat spaghetti 6-week period, you're going to have to pay full price the next time it's on sale. So I want to get enough when it's on sale. This is a really good example of that. In case you're worried budget-wise, like how in the world do we buy 6 weeks worth of groceries? I can barely afford 1 week right now. This is a good example at Publix. Barilla pasta sauce is 34 cents a jar this week at Publix. That is not painful. It is normally $2 plus a jar, and you're getting it for 34 cents. So buying 6 weeks worth at 34 cents a jar is not going to break the budget, but you do want to get enough. If you don't, it's not going to be 34 cents the next time. So just kind of factor that in. And 6 weeks worth isn't a ton. We're not talking bomb shelters here. we're just talking enough for 6 weeks. So it's 2, maybe 3 for a lot of us. I've got 7 people that I'm feeding. I don't have a bomb shelter, I promise. So even folks with large families, we don't need a ton. We just need enough for 6 weeks. So let's see. Let's talk mobile apps really quick. So Kimura even has a question on Ibotta. Why, if we don't use mobile apps on a regular basis, they do charge a maintenance fee. Ibotta charges $3.99 a month for not using their app, is what she's getting, or what she's found. So what you want to get in the habit of is, once you do start to use these apps, especially if you're almost to that threshold of getting your money back, that you're still redeeming at least one offer a month. You don't have to use it a ton, but just one offer. And think about Kimura, sorry, I don't mean to say your name wrong. Think about redeeming maybe just one of the simple ones, like 25 cents off of apples, or just a generic one off of any brand, because that's enough to keep you active. So mobile apps in general, and this is all stores, not just Publix, but this is Publix and Kroger, just everywhere that we're gonna go, we can use these mobile apps. So you grab your phone, you buy the item in the store, you come home, and you take a picture of your receipt. Your receipt may be crazy long, looking to see if I have any shoved in my coupon bag. It may take you 3 or 4 pictures to get that whole receipt in, but you're gonna take a picture of receipt. Ibotta is gonna ask you to scan the barcode just to verify that you bought the right item. And then you're done. That money is back in your account. So I get to pair those mobile apps most of the time with coupons. So I could go into the store, I could use a store coupon, I could use a manufacturer's coupon, and then I can come home and use a mobile app. So you want to pair those in. These are like icing on the cake. There's no reason to not be using them. And they make for a number of good deals. So don't look past them. What some folks do with mobile apps is get really overwhelmed because there are a lot of them. So how do we keep track of all of this? I would recommend that you kind of just pick 3 of the whole mix that you're gonna find. Don't feel like you're submitting receipts everywhere. My 3 favorites that I share most Q&A nights: Ibotta, Checkout 51, and Saving Star. Those are our go for it, like 3 top favorites: Ibotta, Checkout 51, and Saving Star. And between those 3, we're still earning on a normal week maybe $3 or so back in mobile apps. Last week I did a pretty decent buy low trip, and it was one of the few trips that I actually had no mobile apps to submit for. But that's a rarity for us. So most weeks it's about $3 that we're getting back from various ones. You could go big though and do a lot more than that. That just kind of gives you an idea. So when you earn $20 in each app, then I can submit that to get my money back. So Ibotta, they're all the same level. At $3 a week, you get an idea. It's going to take you a chunk of time to be able to earn your $20, but still, maybe 5 or 6 weeks. It shouldn't have to take you a ton of time to earn it either. Let's see. So trying to make sure I don't, with coupons, on the coupon side of things, if you use the lists that are on Southern Savers, so the Publix list or the Kroger list, just to go specific since those are the stores that we're mentioning, if we use those 2 lists, then I'm going to tell you what's on sale, and I'm going to give you all the coupons that are available for that list. I'm not listing 40 coupons so that you can use all 40 coupons. I'm really listing everything that's available, just in case you've already used one or you want to get more. Here are some other options. So pick and choose from the coupons that are on the list. And those lists, by the way, are southernsavers.com/Publix, southernsavers.com/Kroger. They're not hard to get to. And then keep in mind the list that's there. I do not type the entire weekly ad. That wouldn't be helpful. I only type the items that are 40% off or more, because that's our goal as we go through the grocery store, is to only buy it if it is 40% off or more. So Kristen says, hey Jenny, I was wondering if you have trouble printing coupons from thebricks.com. I always get this message, oops, you caught us adding more coupons. come back in a few minutes and try again. So Kristen, I get them from time to time, just depending on the site, like the actual coupon that you're trying to get. But I actually was able to grab some recently. I don't remember which one it was as I got ready for a shopping trip. So they are working. It's just sometimes hit and miss. If you run across any that aren't printing for you, you can always send me an email, or at the bottom of the Publix list and the bottom of the Kroger list is a blue like submit a coupon button. And you can even leave the URL in the pop-up window that's going to come up with saying like this coupon isn't working for me, and we'll test it and make sure, and we can take it out of the database if it's not working for a lot of folks, because it can be their way of saying that that coupon is gone and they just haven't changed the message yet. Are these the same coupons as the digital ones, or are they different deals? So Heidi, sometimes when we see coupons, and I don't quite know the question, but we'll see coupons that are coming from the Sunday paper. We're going to see coupons that we can print, and we're going to see coupons that are in those mobile apps. And a lot of times they're all different. Occasionally we have some overlap, but a lot of times they're all different. The only time we really see overlap is store e-coupons tend to match perfectly with what's available on coupons.com. So if I go to Publix's website or to Kroger's website, the coupons that I can load straight to my Kroger card or straight to my phone number that I enter at checkout for Publix, those tend to be almost identical to what is available on coupons.com. I would almost view them as like a second set of coupons because I can load them on my Kroger card and I can print them. So now I have the ability to buy more. I cannot pair them together. So if I go into Publix and I have an e-coupon for Barilla pasta loaded to my phone number to use at the register, and I have a paper coupon for Barilla pasta sauce, I cannot use them both on the same jar. I could buy 2 jars and then use them, but just so you're well aware of that one, that they can't be used together. And Erin says, I got a Kroger mailer last week and I did a little dance. That's how I always felt when they showed up for me as well. We don't live near a Kroger, so we're now out of their mailing list. But I do get a lot of folks that ask, how do we get on Kroger's mailing list? So if you do have a Kroger that you regularly shop at and you don't get home mailers for them, you want to go to Kroger's website, Kroger.com, and you want to create a My Kroger account and make sure that your Kroger card has your address behind it. So sometimes when we grab those cards in the store, we don't always fill out the cards behind them, but make sure that you give them your address, because now they're going to see what you're buying, how often you're in the store, and they know where you live. So they will start to target you pretty quickly once you give them your address. So yeah, Kimberly's talking about these flyers. Before you grab a huge handful of them, don't take them all. Be sweet, take 2. It's a nice happy number. They do have them behind customer service because of folks that do that feel the need to take all 100. But don't forget that this is usually in your Sunday paper as well. So I don't need to go crazy. I've already got one that already came straight to the house for a lot of us. Is there a way to get coupon inserts without buying 5 to 10 newspapers every Sunday? Melody, a lot of us order them online, and Erin put that URL in there for SundayCouponInserts.com. There are other websites that do it too. That's just where I order them from, so you can try out whichever ones you want. Let's jump back through. And Cheryl, yeah, Ibotta is the $2.99 after you go inactive for 12 months. You're right, and that's the same with all of them. It's a 12-month inactive. But it's just a good habit to get into, to use it at least once a month so that you don't even realize you've gone that far in not using it. Just every month I'm submitting one receipt at least so that I never went inactive at all. Okay, I had a long receipt the other day and tried to submit it to checkout 51, and when I hit the submit button, something happened and they didn't get it. Had to do it again. That can be probably the most frustrating part, Karen, and I can't see the end of your comment whenever they're really long. Facebook cuts it off and doesn't let me see it on my phone. So hopefully they took it. I'm seeing the but I earned, and Erin's happy for you. So hopefully you got it all. But if you ever do you're doing a mobile app and you have an issue with them, they all have pretty good customer service. So go through the email system, send them an email. They do take a little bit of time to get back to you. I know was helping someone a while back that with Saving Star, it took them a week to respond, but they did respond, and usually they will fix it. So I would go that route if you do ever have an issue, but hopefully you didn't. Hopefully it all worked out for you in the end. And Teresa says, in terms of the Southern Savers list, it always confuses you when the final price is after the app coupon. I know for me, I don't always include those apps in terms of what I saved because I still spent that money in the store, so I'm kind of with you. But I like to put that in the math so that people will see just how great that offer is. An example actually for next week that's not Publix and Kroger, sorry, but typing the Buy Low ad today for the deals that start at Buy Low and Winn-Dixie on Wednesday. Buy Low and Winn-Dixie just activated Plenty, and a lot of you guys know about it because we've talked about it over the past few weeks. But next, starting Wednesday for Buy Low and Winn-Dixie, they're going to run triple Plenty point offers, meaning that if it was going to earn you 20, it's now going to earn you 60, which is 60 cents. It's not super exciting. But they have things that are on sale for $1, and they're giving you 20 Plenty points times 3. That's 60 cents back on a bottle of dish detergent that costs $1. You're going to pay 40 cents for it in the end. That's a decent price. So for me, I struggle with how do I get that across so that people aren't confused, but at the same time see the value of this deal. Like that's where I want to have the ability to like sit there next to you and shout, like don't miss this one. But I don't have that ability. So that's where I struggle with math. And I definitely see the frustration and the confusion of including it. I don't want people to miss out at the same time. And that's where the acorn grew out of, that you'll see pop in on lists. I've had people say, like, you're only supposed to buy the acorn deals. No, you will starve. The acorn deals are my way of being able to yell at you. Be like, you should buy this. It's a really good price. But I do understand the confusion at the same time. So let's talk other ways to save again. So we've talked mobile apps. Someone's saying MobiSave because I mentioned Checkout 51, Saving Star, and Ibotta are our 3. MobiSave is decent to grab, Diana, and it actually doesn't have a threshold. So when you submit an offer, you get that money back immediately through PayPal. So some folks like it. Other folks are really frustrated by it because they are very picky with submissions. So you will try to submit a receipt and they won't take it. The last one that I tried to submit to them, they didn't take. It was really Walmart's fault because the receipt printer was really, really light. I could barely even read the receipt, so I'm not surprised that they couldn't. But that's the number one frustration that folks have with MobiSave, where the other ones aren't quite so difficult to work with. But you can totally add it to the mix if you want to. And Jessica's kind of chiming in that same way. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss out on questions. Let's talk Kroger for a bit. So, one more thing Publix-wise before I move on. If you have a baby, or your sister has a baby, or your daughter has a baby, if somebody has a baby, you should register for the Publix Baby Club. This was actually a flyer in the Sunday paper this past week, so I don't know if any of you guys saw it. It was on the back of a Publix flyer. But the Publix Baby Club, anybody can join. So an aunt, a grandma, an uncle, they don't really care. They're really not specific. Join the Baby Club. They send regular coupons that aren't just for baby gear. So you'll get $1 off meat, $1 off milk. You're going to get some baby care coupons too. But some of them are coupons that even grown kids are going to love. $1 off goldfish. I have a 2-year-old that's going to be quite happy with that. And they actually say it's not just infant here. If you have any child that is 3 or under in your household, you're eligible for the Baby Club. So 36 months or younger. I don't know why they don't just say 3, but 36 months or younger. And again, moms, grandmas, aunts, uncles, anybody can register, and you should, because of the really, really great coupons that come with the Baby Club. Kroger does not have a Baby Club, so that is a Publix-specific offer, but you should be getting it to grab those extra savings. 2 other things to look for in Publix. The stocking spree and there are a couple other gift cards that fall in on this. You're going to see these in the matchups on Southern Savers on a regular basis, but don't forget about them. So that's something I submit online, receipt after receipt. It's kind of difficult. I really just preferred the way that they sent coupons ages ago, but this is what they've gone to in the past 2 years. But you get a Publix gift card for every certain amount of money that you submit on these rebates, and they're all a little different. So some of them are a $10 when you submit $50 of items. Some are a $15 when you submit $40. Just depends on what the rebate offer is that they're running at the time. But the stocking spree is the 10 off 50. It runs most of the year, and you can actually earn multiple. So I buy $50, not on the same receipt, just kind of keeps tracking you, and you earn a $10 gift card. So don't miss out on those offers either. If you're regularly in Publix, you're already buying them, you should submit for them. That's just an extra perk back. And then the other thing for Publix to mention, and this is where Publix wins over Kroger. So I haven't really told you who's the best, but rain checks. So let's talk rain checks for just a minute. You go into the store, you buy an item, or you want to buy an item, and they don't have any more. So for us, we wanted to buy super soft pretzels the other day. They were going to be like 25 cents a box, but they didn't have any more at the store that we went in. So get a rain check. Publix rain checks expire in 30 days. So this one was written on May 3rd. I have until June 2nd to redeem it, since May has 31 days. I've got 30 days to use it, but the other perk for this is that I have until my rain check expires to use my coupons. My coupons are actually going to expire the end of this week. So I have to, in your mind, you might be like, I got to get in there this week and grab these. Actually, don't. These coupons will expire before the rain check expires, but they will still take these expired coupons with the rain check as long as the rain check is still good. So that is a perk of Publix. They're the only store that lets us do this. If it's going to expire really, really soon, I would recommend that either you come home and do this, or you have them do it in the store, that you take all your little coupons and you just staple them or paper clip them right to the rain check so that you don't forget that they go together, because you're going to be really quick to throw these away as soon as they expire. For me, I normally haul around my little coupon bag. It doesn't have a lot in it because my inserts are all whole, but I have a Publix little pocket. So this just lives in my little Publix pocket, and I'm good to use it the next time I'm in the store. But don't forget about rain checks. It lets you get the exact same deal today, just I've got 30 days to get it. I didn't miss out on it. I am going to get those from customer service. I'm not going to get them at the register. So you're going to have to finish checking out and then run to customer service. It'll just take a second. They write it out and you're good to go. Okay. Try to catch up on questions really quick. So I love that you guys are always chatting back and forth. It's hard to tell what other people have answered before I even get to them. How do I determine what is the best price on an item to stock up on it? It's a great question, Crystal. So basic way, we're looking for 40% off or more. So if I'm at Publix, this actually becomes really easy because all of the buy one get one deals are in. They're 50% off. I haven't even used a coupon yet. So if it's a BOGO deal this week, you are good to grab those items without a lot of concern. If it's not a BOGO deal, there's a few things you can use. Obviously we get out a calculator and figure out 40%. That's a little tedious. What I would recommend is using a buy price list, and there's one on the Learn to Coupon page on Southern Savers. So it's southernsavers.com/learn, and you'll see one that you can print out. And it just shows you kind of what's the goal price for the items that we're buying. That is the after sale and after coupon price. You're not going to need it very long because honestly, the minute you go to the store and you pay nothing for this, you will never forget that. You paid nothing. So it's really just to hold your hand as you first get started using that buy price list. And the other thing you could use that would be even easier is the item search that I mentioned earlier. It's on the top right-hand part of Southern Savers, or it's part of the mobile app. And the item search has a fun feature where you're allowed to put in a date from the past. So if you love Tide, I can put in Tide detergent, and I could put in April 1st, and I could see every deal that we've had on Tide for the last 6 weeks. And that's going to give me a really good idea of what is a great price on Tide, because now I'm going to see all these sales kind of put together, and then you could kind of create your own price book, price list off of just all that sale data. So a lot of folks like to do that one as well. So do the Acorn deals mean it's a good deal or it's at its lowest price? So Heidi, everything that is on the Publix list is a great deal. It is 40% off or more. I do not type the entire ad. So if you see that little acorn, that's really me like shouting at you to not miss that one, because everything is good, but that is a really long list. So I don't want you to miss the super, super cheap things. And a lot of times it ends up being the things that are 50 cents or less. So a few things that, like on the Publix list this week, the Barilla pasta sauce for 34 cents, Knorr sides for 4 cents. Like, I don't want you to miss that. It's 4 cents. Even if you won't eat it because it's a little bag of pasta and rice and you're only organic and that is totally not organic, donate it. Costs 4 cents. Some ideas, by the way, for that. So we have a box. If I buy it and it's not for us, it can go straight in the box. When the box is full, you can donate it. So you can make this really simple on yourself. The food banks in your area, a lot of Publixes and Krogers even have donation bins in the front of the store, so we don't have to go anywhere. But one other one, just a plug, this is what we did tonight. We cooked dinner for the Ronald McDonald House tonight with my girls, American Heritage Girls Troop. And while we were there, like, they even need things. They have families that are there for weeks on end dealing with children in the hospital. So they need toiletries. They even need some food. They'll stop in and cook themselves lunch and then go back to the hospital. So they have food there that they can grab. The families are going to buy food too, but you could donate those items, 4 cents, and they would have, a Alfredo mix pasta side and grab something else to go with it. So don't ever look past those, even if they're not things that you would regularly fix. They're great to donate, and that's where the Acorn deals come in. Let's see. You've never noticed the acorn. They've been there for a long time. And, humorously, I have to give credit where it's due. When we created it, I did not want it because I was worried that people would not buy the other things. I thought they're just going to go focus on this acorn and they're going to forget all the other things on the list. But a friend of mine was like, no, you have to make an acorn. So we'll give her credit for that. But that is where the whole concept of an acorn came from. Let's see. I just spent pennies on bags and bags of groceries and personal care stuff and then got money back. That's awesome, Jessica. So that's the fun part of kind of doing all this work. It doesn't have to take a lot of time. Putting that huge grocery list together and cutting those coupons for me usually takes about 45 minutes. But to then walk out and spend 50 and save 150, it's well worth the 45 minutes. If they are out, they even tell you to go get a rain check. Yeah, so every time that a store is out of something, you should always get a rain check. Jonathan asks, what about Kroger? So Kroger rain checks, Jonathan, are a little different than Publix. They will not take an expired coupon on that rain check ever. And most Kroger rain checks expire in 14 or 30 days. And it's going to be totally dependent on your store. So you'll need to figure out what your store's policy is for that rain check, 14 or 30. I pray for your sake that you are in the 30 window because 14 is really hard. 14, they may have even gotten restocked. There's no telling. Kroger is also a little more difficult with rain checks in that for Publix, let's take this deal for instance. It's free vitamins, but sometimes they're free and they're not even on sale. They're just full price and they're out of them. Publix would actually still write a rain check for a lot of those deals, even if they're not in the weekly ad. It's just an unadvertised deal, but they're out of it. Publix will write a rain check. Most Krogers will not write a rain check unless it is in the weekly ad. So be very ready for that. Come a mega event time, that's incredibly frustrating because on a mega event, you're talking about hundreds of items that are on sale, but only probably about 30 of them are in the weekly ad. And so now you're stuck with 170 deals that could be amazing, some could be horrible, but could be amazing, and you can't get a rain check for them. Now you may have a really awesome store that bins that, But in general, that's the corporate rule, that it has to be in the weekly ad for you to be able to get the rain check. They will not take an expired coupon on it either, so just be ready for that one. Erin says that her Kroger has rain checks with no expiration date. I would say your Kroger, Erin, is a unique one, but that's very awesome. But most do have expiration dates on them. How do I menu plan by shopping the sales instead of what I need? So Katie, I don't menu plan normally. We are this week, and I shared that earlier in a quick Facebook Live earlier today. I know someone said, how are the pork chops? They were great. So we are using a menu plan right now to try to do an eat at home challenge, and it's been great. We struggle with menu planning because we tend to change our minds last minute with what we want to eat. But for me, my pantry is Publix. I own the whole store, so I don't need to menu plan for my needs. I could menu plan off of my pantry if I wanted to, but I'm still going to shop the sales, not the menu. So all I'm shopping is just to stay stocked on what's in the pantry, and I could completely just stand in the pantry and say, okay, what do I want to cook this week? Because it's probably all here. I may, if I menu plan my produce off of that, but a lot of times we do a produce co-op. So we come home with a big laundry basket, and we're going to menu plan off of what's in the basket. So if we got zucchinis and cucumbers, we're going to make all this work with what we got versus grabbing some other produce. Okay, so many questions. I'm going to try to skip on ahead, and if I don't get to your question, I apologize. You can ask it again. I just want to make sure we can get through everything. How did we come up with the chipmunk mascot for Southern Savers? You know, that was a long time ago, but we just wanted something fun. So his name is Martin, in case you've ever been curious. He has a name. Now, talked Publix at length, so let's talk Kroger. And let me put the two together first, because I told folks I would tell you who I think is best. Publix has a ton of BOGOs. Kroger might have 5 in the whole store. So that's just not Kroger's promotional method. Publix's promotional method is BOGOs, which is great. It makes it super easy if you're just getting started because you know what is a great price. I don't ever have to think about it. Kroger's promotional method is always running mega events. And they run a mega event for 2 weeks whenever they start one, always runs for 2 weeks. And they usually take a week off. So we'll have a mega event for 2 weeks, then a week off. That's a very boring, you could really just stay home kind of week. And then we have a new mega event for 2 more weeks. And that's their promotional method all the time. And I am very serious on the taking the week off when they're not running a mega event. It's usually very dull. Now, these mega events are, like this one, buy 5 participating items or 4 participating items and get $5 off, or $4 off. Or sometimes it's buy 10 and get $5 off. It changes all the time. You need to pay attention to what that mega event is, and I try to make sure that I tell you that at the top of the list and sometimes even in all of those categories so that you can see it. With mega events, I do have to buy the required amount. So if it's a buy 5 and get 5 back, I've got to buy 5, but it's mix or match. So I don't have to buy 5 of this. I could buy 2 alls and 2 Barillas, and we can kind of keep the cart going, but I need to buy them in increments of 5 if that's what the particular deal is. So this week's mega event that is still running is a buy 5 and save $5 instantly. I could buy 20 items and I would get that $20 back instantly for doing that. It makes for a number of good deals though, because they take the item, and this is like our, by the way, all is not on the list this week, but they take the items, they put them on sale, and then they give you that $1 back. So it's normally $4.99. It's on sale for $2.99. They're going to give you $1 back. That's going to make it $1.99 after the mega event, but you have a coupon. So after the coupon, it's 99 cents a bottle. So we get to put it on sale, get an instant savings back, use a coupon. It makes for a lot of good deals when you get to pair that in with a mega event. So those are the deals that we're shopping in Kroger. The other things to look for Kroger-wise, are their e-coupons. So they always have a free item. Jonathan just mentioned it in the comments too. Always have a free item every Friday, so not missing that Friday freebie. You do not have to go to Kroger on Friday. You just have to load the coupon on Friday. So every Friday, making it a habit to either open the Kroger app, or I'll tell you on Friday morning, so you can kind of go through the link that's on Southern Savers if you want, or go straight to Kroger, doesn't matter. Load that freebie, and now you have 2 weeks to grab it the next time you're in the store. They do run out of them sometimes if it's a really good one, so just be warned. But sometimes if you wait and you grab it towards the end of that 2-week mark, they're back restocked on those. So always look for the Friday freebies. Another one to look for is the bonus fuel point coupons that you can load to your card as well. So they're running one that you only have to load it one time, but you earn double fuel points all summer on the weekends. So make sure you've loaded that. If you're regularly in there, even if it's like, oh, I'm running in for butter on Friday, make sure you've loaded that double point offer. And if you click on Kroger Extra Deals at the top of Southern Savers, you will find where I've put in posts on those, so you can go straight to those pages and load those if that helps. They also are running extra fuel points on gift cards right now. If you load that one, that is through tomorrow night though, so don't miss that if you want to grab some gift cards and get some extra fuel points for those. Those are some of the big ways to save. So Kroger Mega Events, Kroger e-coupons. One thing to talk about, because this really gets some people's panties in a wad, Kroger 5-time use e-coupons. So these are special. They say 5-time use all over them when you load them to your card. Let's pretend that there's one for Barilla Pasta. Barilla Pasta is not on sale, but you have a 5-time use coupon. It is the sale. It's a promotion. It's just like a Target cartwheel. I can still use a coupon with that e-coupon. And this gets people all hot and bothered. It is a sale. So much so that you could load a traditional Kroger e-coupon and a 5-time use e-coupon. They will both come off at the register on one jar. Like, that's the computer doing that. You loaded 2 different e-coupons. It's taking them both off. So you can use a 5-time use e-coupon and a paper coupon together. Kroger Corporate will tell you it is a promotion. It is a sale. It is not a manufacturer's coupon the way that the other coupons are. Those items are full price before you use that 5-time use coupon. They would never be a deal with just one coupon. But pairing in the 2 coupons, now we're talking, now it's a decent deal. Those are the only Kroger coupons that can be paired with manufacturer's coupons. So I'm not encouraging you to use the other ones with coupons. It won't work. 5-time use coupons will always work automatically at the register. And I know that gets a lot of people upset, but just so that we've covered it, you shouldn't have a problem with it at all. Let's see. The Spinny game. Yes, thank you, Erin, for reminding me. They do have an instant savings game right now. That is also, if you click on Kroger Extra Deals on the homepage, that Extra Deals part, you'll be able to see on the mobile app or on the desktop site. So if you scroll down, I'm looking now just to make sure I can tell you where it is. It's like the 6th post down from the top on Kroger Extra Deals. It says win free groceries at Kroger so that you can get to that game. You're allowed to play every day through May 31st, and I've lost more days than I have won, but you can actually win every day if you're just an amazing person like that. And those are free groceries that are going to be loaded to your Kroger card. So you go into the store, you buy the item, I scan my card, and it's going to make them free. You might as well play the game. It's hard to remember to play it, so I would actually set it to your, once you get there, once you click on a link, I would set it to your browser bar as a bookmark, so you just remember to go and play every day and don't have to keep finding that link to get started. But thank you for reminding everyone about that. Off topic, Amelia says, I was at Walgreens tonight and I did the 5,000 points for $20 in Chick products. I had $21 in products and $8 in coupons. And realized in the car that my points didn't add. Amelia, the points, those promotions are not after coupons. They are all before coupons. The tricky part with that one is if you redeemed points. So if you already had some balance rewards and you were going to earn more I have to have $20 before I redeem points, or sorry, after I redeem points. Ooh, that would have been a big mistake. So if I am going to pay and then I use my balance rewards and now I'm below 20 bucks, it doesn't matter that I was below 20 bucks from the coupons. It matters that I'm below because of the rewards that I paid with. I will not earn any more rewards. And that is a really sticky one. So I don't know if that's the situation, but that might be what happened to kick out and not give you any points on the deal. And that is one of the reasons why people who are new should never go to Walgreens. You can go there when you get ready for it, and I'm not getting on to you necessarily. Walgreens is just very frustrating and very quirky for everybody, not just you. All of those promotions, though, are after coupons. Just be very careful if you ever redeem any points. Store coupons can also pair into that and throw you off. So it's just figuring all of that out with their coupon system. So some things on mega events to watch for, just some key great deals at Kroger on mega events. Detergent, we get this all 99-cent detergent deal at least, I would say, 6 times a year. So this isn't a random one. If you just missed it, because it was 2 weeks ago, don't worry, it'll pop back around. It happens a lot. Finish dishwashing detergent, crazy good deals usually. Tide Pods, when we have a really good coupon. That's one of the ones that I think is on the list this week. Canned goods, I saw someone mention that one. They'll put canned goods as part of it, and we can usually get Green Giant. We can get canned tomatoes for 35 cents a can. Crazy good price. So watching for those when they pop in on a mega event too. So, and we're talking 5-time use, some folks asking about that. The 5-time use ones do work with manufacturers. I know that it may say that they cannot be used with them. I'm not sure why they put that wording there, because corporate will tell you that they can if you call them, but they will always work with a coupon. And the best test is using that other e-coupon with it, and then you realizing, yes, it took off the traditional e-coupon and the 5-time use coupon on the same item. I only bought one. It took both of them off. Oh, Paul, I'm missing out. I get it. Sometimes we have more important things than couponing. Like the Celtics. So the game thingy, Jamie, I can stick that in the chats. Let me try really quick. Whenever I pull up Facebook on my computer, sometimes it kills my internet, but I will stick it in the chats for you. And you may have to wait until after the video, but you can go back through on the comments after we're done, and you will see the link. So I'm sticking that in now, and hopefully you'll be able to grab it in a second. Let's see. Oh, and yes, Michelle, thank you. So the 5-time use coupons do have one quirk. If I was going to grab it and it's a 5-time use off of this, I only get to use it one time off of 5 items, but it must be in the same transaction. So as Michelle said, you can't buy 2 today and 3 tomorrow. I have to buy all 5 of them right now, and then the coupon's gone. So if I do only buy 2 today with a Kroger 5-time use coupon, then it's gone. I can't buy 2 more tomorrow. Thank you for making sure that we did not miss that one, because that is crucial. You will be very, very sad if you get home thinking you can grab more next week. Crystal says, is the Kellogg's Family Rewards program worth it? Yes. It is actually one of the best rewards programs that's out there, in my opinion, for a few reasons, Crystal. Number one, they're going to send you emails almost every single week that have printable coupons in them just for you. That are $1 off to any Kellogg's products, $1 off to any Keebler products. They're great coupons, and you don't even have to earn any points to get those. Those are just automatically in your email. The other reason, though, is that the Kellogg's Family Rewards program does work directly with some cards. So for me, CVS. If I go to CVS and I buy Kellogg's cereal or Keebler's crackers, which I don't always buy in CVS, but if I buy them, they automatically tell Kellogg's Family Rewards for me. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to submit any receipts. I earn those points. And there's a few other grocery stores that are in there. In my area, CVS, Rite Aid, Food Lion, Piggly Wiggly. I don't know if that excites some folks. I don't ever shop there. And there are a few others too across the country. So if you've got one of those stores nearby, there's no reason to not be using it. Oh, and Shanna, here's the link for it directly for the YouTube folks on the spin game. So that'll take you to the post that tells you how to get there. And yes, so I would recommend not only for the coupons that come in the email, though, it only takes buying maybe 2 or 3 boxes. You're going to earn bonuses all the time, and then you earn enough points to earn those $1 off coupons, and those are totally worth it. So yes, they have the best rewards program. I've had a lot of children in diapers, and I don't participate in the diaper rewards programs. Sorry if that lowers my credibility for anybody. But to me, the rewards were never really that amazing. I don't need photo freebies. I still have to pay to ship them. So they don't get me that excited. I want the coupons. And a lot of the other rewards programs don't offer high value coupons the way that the Kellogg's one does. My buy low won't take Publix coupons because they don't have a barcode, but they're listed as a competitor. That is incredibly frustrating, Sherry. So even if they had a barcode, they would never scan. So that's what you need to get them to get across, is that even if there was a barcode here, it is not going to work in the buy low computer. They have a competitor button, and they have to hand key that in. There is no Publix store coupon with a barcode. Now, I would take that up with Buy Low Corporate. I would call them and I would complain, and then let Buy Low Corporate call your store and hopefully re-educate them, because that would really be the goal. But that is a pretty annoying feature, definitely. Let's see. How does the Kellogg's program work? So Jessica, with Kellogg's Family Rewards, you go to the store, you buy Kellogg's products. It's a lot like mobile apps, really, and you're going to take a picture of your receipt. Their website is a little more antiquated, so you're going to take pictures of the receipt and actually upload the files of the pictures. So it's not as easy as some of the mobile apps if you go that route. For me, I love the stores that do it for me, so I don't have to take the picture, but you'll earn 100 points or 150 points for every single box of cereal that you buy. And then they run bonuses. Like right now, if you submit 10 boxes across multiple receipts by, I think it's the end of June, you get a 1,000-point bonus, not to mention all the points you earn from the boxes of cereal. So if you did 10 boxes, just that right there, you'd probably have enough points to get 5 or 6 coupons between all the bonuses that you're going to earn and the 1,000-point bonus. So that's kind of a general how it's going to work. Let me make sure I'm caught up over here on the YouTube side. I think so. Okay, a few other things Kroger-wise. So we talked the mega events. Those are the week to go. Now, how do I compare a mega event versus buy one, get one deals? Kroger mega events, they include hundreds of items across the store. What I want you to look for on what to grab. We want to look, they always hang that mega event tag right below the regular price tag, so you can see what the difference is. If the item is not on sale, it's full price, and then I get $1 off, usually it's not going to be that great of an offer. I may have a really high value coupon and get something back for it, but not always. So if it's full price and then the mega event just shows $1 off of full price, I would kind of walk away and ignore that item. If it's on sale and then the $1 off from the mega event, then that's probably going to be a great deal, especially if I have a coupon to pair in. So that's how I would kind of compare the two. Between both stores, Publix BOGOs and Publix store coupons a lot of times are less confusing for folks than following mega events, counting items, and keeping track. But deal-wise, they really are going to even out. I know that may not be the answer that you wanted. Back when one doubled and one didn't, Publix always won, as long as they continued doubling. But now that Publix no longer doubles in most of your markets, except for Alabama, they're neck and neck. So Publix and Kroger, for me, it would be if Kroger's running a mega event and there are some things you want, then make it a Kroger week. If they're not, then it's a Publix week. And hopefully that helps if you're trying to decide which one to head to. Mindy said she just played the game and already won free Vlasic Spears. So yes, that's everyone's homework, is head over and play the Kroger game really quickly. You will need to log in. And Kelly says that her Publix still doubles in Tennessee still. So yeah, if you're in a special little doubling bubble, you should totally take advantage of it. But those are really tiny bubbles. be careful, because when you live in a tiny bubble, your bubble usually breaks at some point. So a day will come when that ends, and then you'll kind of follow the same path that the rest of us do. Heidi asked, how does a mega event compare to a super double? Very different creatures. Super doubles is at Harris Teeter, and that is when I have a $2 off coupon that is now worth $4 off and actually makes for a ton of deals all over the store. So those are some fun sales to grab. We just had one, I think 2 weeks ago. Kroger does not run those at all. So the closest we're going to get is a mega event, Kroger-wise. We have one that's ending today. We will not have a new one for the next, I may have that wrong. I actually would need to go and look back at past lists. But we usually mega events at Kroger run for 2 weeks, then we take a week off, then we run for another week. And I may actually already have the next week's list ready for you guys. On both of these ads, just to remind you, yep, I'm pushing Kroger's live as we speak. So for Publix and Kroger, both of those ads for the next week's deals, which always start on Wednesday, go live on Monday. So if you head to Southern Savers right now, southernsavers.com/Publix/Kroger, you will see the weekly ads that start in 2 days on those pages. So you can always get ready early, get an idea of what's coming. Just make sure you're looking at the right list before you go to the store. And yeah, we do. The mega event that's running this week runs through next week. And next week we'll take a week off. There won't be a mega event over Memorial Day weekend. And then we'll have a new mega event that starts us off in June. That's just their pattern all the time. And for anyone else that's losing on the Kroger game, you're not alone. I've lost every time I've played, but I'm not giving up hope. There are people winning freebies, and I'm determined to at least win one before the game ends. How do you submit receipts for coupons, and what types of apps are the best? So to submit the receipts, you're literally going to take your receipt, lay it across the dining room table, and we're going to take multiple pictures of it. The apps will help you. They'll show you where the bottom of the receipt was that you just cut off, so you can line it up with the next picture and then move the bottom up. It's very simple. You'll walk through their process, and then Heidi Elizabeth's helping you out, Heidi is helping you out, Elizabeth, and put in my 3 favorites, which is Saving Star, Checkout 51, and Ibotta. They're the easiest to work with. They refresh their coupons all the time, so you have a bigger chance of earning those thresholds and getting your money back. How can I tell if you can use an e-coupon multiple times? So on some of them, I will try to tell you a limit of this, a limit of that, if I can tell. On others, if you open up the app, and that's the tricky part with Ibotta. Ibotta has just started releasing some that have multiple limits, but you can only see the limits in the app, and you can't see them on the website. And so for me, we pull all the Ibotta coupons into the database from their website to go through over 800 or so Ibotta offers. Once you look at multiple stores on the app, would take days for me to keep them current. But if I pull open the actual rebate, Shanna, and I click on it, and you scroll down, and you're looking at that one rebate on the screen, not where you're looking at multiple rebates, just that one rebate, you'll see down below it a limit of 2 or whatever it may be as how many times you can redeem it. So it will show you on that screen. It is not a lot of them, so just be ready for that. Most of them, especially Ibotta, are a limit of 1. Checkout 51, we can see that on their website, and those will always be put in the database as to how many you can grab. So it's just the Ibotta ones right now that we're not always able to tell, but it is very easy to use. How many grocery stores do I go to a week, or do I just pick one? So Katie, everything will come on sale at the store that you pick, so there's really no need to go to all these various stores unless you see something that is super cheap and it's something you love, and you're thinking, you know what, I am totally going to get that deal. I would just say you stick with the one store that works for you, that's the closest to you, and you just regularly shop that one store. So pick one grocery store and one drugstore every week that you're going to go to on a pretty regular basis. And then with that, drugstore-wise, you won't need to go every week once you get stocked. I have enough toothpaste to last us like 6 months. We could take some time off. We really just go to keep our extra care bucks from expiring. So we don't have to go all the time, but just one. Um, and Kelly, for anyone who's asking in terms of doubles, it's the Nashville, Tennessee area in Tennessee that is still doubling Publix-wise. Did you just hear I didn't know I had a Southern accent. I grew up in Florida, and folks in Florida aren't really from the South. We just think we are. But now that I've moved to South Carolina, I have slowly started acquiring a Southern accent on certain words. Let's see. Is there a limit on the mega event? Carrie, no. Usually there's not. The hard part for you is going to be keeping track of that, especially if it was a mega event that requires buying 10 participating items to get $5 off instantly. One tip that I would give you on mega events is that you shop with reusable shopping bags, and it looks a little sketch, but I would open up a shopping bag, especially on the 10s. Open up a shopping bag, put 10 items in, and then crisscross the handles so that that bag is kind of shut. I can't put anything else in it, so that I know that every shopping bag in the cart has 10 items in it, versus recounting your whole buggy because you lost count. That is not fun. So don't go that option. But the reusable shopping bags help you to kind of keep it organized and know that you're buying things in the correct increments when it comes down to checkout time. Safeway is the closest and the most expensive. So Adriana, I will confess that I still drive, for me, well, period. The closest grocery store is 15 minutes from my house, but that is a Food Lion. And there's no point in going to a Food Lion. They're almost worse than Walmart. So I don't go to the Food Lion. I go 25 minutes, which is the next closest grocery store, to Publix or Bilo. So it is worth a drive. I'm only going once a week. It's not every day we're going out to Publix. It's just that once a week trip, but it's totally worth it when it comes down to getting the best deals that are around in the city. And Kelly, thanks to another one on Kelly that Kelly's mentioning for Publix is the gas card deal. That is in the Publix weekly ad. Over a 6-week period of time, we usually see it 3 times. So we see it a good number. It's usually Wednesday to Sunday. It always ends on Sunday. So it's for folks who shop earlier in the week. You buy $50 worth of groceries before coupons, and you get $10 off of a gas station gift card. You should always do that. That is 20% off on gas if you look at it that way. A $50 gas station gift card is now going to cost you $40. You just saved $10. That's an easy 20%. So Shell, BP, whatever your stations are, and then don't forget, if you grab a Shell card, to be part of Shell Fuel Rewards, because I'm going to get another 5 cents off for every gallon that I grab at the pump. BP has BP driver rewards. They all have rewards programs, so be part of those and pair that with your gas card, gift card that you just got from Publix so that you're saving even more. Okay. I think I'm mostly caught up. So what are my thoughts on Ingles? Stacy, Ingles I'm going to put more in the Publix category. They run on a BOGO promotion more than anything else. They don't have as many BOGO deals as Publix does, so Publix is going to win over Ingles, but Ingles does double coupons, 50 cents or less for every 3 coupons for every $10 that you spend. That's sheer craziness to me to have to keep up with how much I'm going to spend. But usually, if you're doing a huge shopping trip, because that $10 is before coupons, for a huge shopping trip, it will end up meaning a good chunk of your coupons double. Between the regular BOGO deals and the unadvertised list that we do for Ingles, it's a pretty significant amount of deals that you could grab in the store this week. So if they were the closest, I would see how you could do, but if Publix was still nearby, I might still be a Publix girl. Okay. And I'm glad Shanna says the reusable bag thing believe me, it only takes recounting your whole Kroger buggy one time in your life to decide that you will officially shop mega events with a reusable shopping bag. I've done it with numerous children, lined things up to make sure I had the right amount. You just can't do it in the middle of the store. So Jonathan asks, one last question here. There's a digital coupon for $1 off And the Cokes are on sale for $3 off 7, or $3 for 7, sorry, 3 for 7 at Dollar General. How many times will the coupon come off if I have 6 of them? So most e-coupons, Jonathan, come off one time. So if it's an e-coupon that you loaded from Dollar General's site, which is what I'm guessing that e-coupon is for the Coca-Colas, and I'm going to check really quick in the database so I know that we're talking about the same one. Let's see. Well, I don't even see it right now in what we have, but if it is a Dollar General e-coupon straight from Dollar General's website, it's coming off one time. You may have to buy 3 of them to get the $7 price, but they're really going to become 3 for $6 after that $1 off, or $2 a piece, which isn't bad if we're talking 12 packs here. That would be the route that I would go, but it's not going to come off 6 times. Okay, so I think I'm mostly caught up with questions. We'll go ahead and end it here. What are the months that I recommend getting a cow? Back to Stephanie's question, last one. Stephanie, we're right here. Most farmers take their cows to market the end of May and early June. So if you have the money, that's the hard part, because you're going to need to pay up front on all of this. So it's a chunk of money. You want to go in with 3 or 4 other folks to be able to handle the amount too, because it's a lot of beef. But now is the time to start calling around and finding farms. And a great website for that, and I'll just put it in the chat for you too, is localharvest.org. So localharvest.org, you put in your zip code and it will show you every farm that is near you. And a lot of them are produce, but it will show you some meat farms that will direct sell to you as well. So you can go that route. If you can't find one yourself, sometimes contacting your local butcher, they will also know farms that will direct sell as well. So this is the time to start rounding up your friends if you want to go that route. And to Kayla says, I make you want to shop at Publix. I'm glad. But Publix and Kroger are still both great stores together. They're really one of the 2 best grocery stores that we cover. So the 4 main grocery stores that I would say are the top 4 that are on Southern Savers, Bilo and a Harris Teeter are neck and neck for number 1 because they still double coupons. They have tons of BOGOs every week. So Bilo and Harris Teeter take top notch. Publix and Kroger are right below them. So they are the number 1, 2, 3, 4. If you've got any of those stores near you, you're doing great. If you don't, then we want to look for a store that has a lot of BOGOs. We want to look for a store that has some store coupons that I compare with manufacturer's coupons. If they double coupons, even better. But it's really looking at that coupon policy and looking at their promotional policy. So I mentioned that Food Lion is like a last resort desperate measure. That's what one person was saying, only go there if you're desperate, or Teresa said. I agree, that's the case. So look at their promotion methods. Food Lion has maybe 5 BOGOs in the whole store. Rarely runs a mega event, rarely runs any kind of instant savings, doesn't offer any store coupons that pair in with manufacturers. They only offer manufacturer e-coupons. So in the end, I don't have any extra things that are going to bring that savings, make it better for me. Those other stores are going to be wet wins. So Bilo, Harris Teeter, Publix, Kroger become the top 4 grocery-wise if you have one of those near you. So hopefully that helps you guys. Next week, we are going to have a Q&A, come rain or shine. Every year, I always end up doing this. We head to the beach, and I will try my hardest to come live from the beach. I may have difficulty. We had an issue last year in being able to double stream. So if you are used to watching it on YouTube and I don't show up, you may want to switch over to the Facebook side because I never know what kind of internet we're going to get where we're staying. You just enjoy the beach and you go with what you've got. But just be ready for that. My goal is I will be here, but it's that double streaming. Heidi's saying, what beach are you going to? If you want to come join me, we live in South Carolina. So most South Carolinians that are sane go near Charleston. That's where we're heading to the outside of Charleston. Everyone that is not from South Carolina, you guys head to Myrtle Beach. But us local folks, we know better than that. So you guys can all have Myrtle Beach. We are not heading there. So we will still do our Q&A, still hop on with you guys. But just so you're not panicking, if I don't show up on the YouTube side, just pop over to Facebook. I will still be there. Just never know what that internet's going to do as to whether or not I can be in both places. But hopefully it worked better for you guys this week, YouTubers. I'm noticing we didn't drop any frames the whole time, so hopefully you could see everything compared to last week. So I hope you guys have a great week. Heidi's going to join me. That'd be great, Heidi. You're welcome to. And I will talk with all of you guys next week. If you have any questions between now and then, you can always email me, Jenny@southernsavers.com, or send me a message directly through Facebook. I will talk to you guys later.